DVB Digital Fast.
Hello and welcome to the DVB Newsroom. I'm English news host Nora. Joining me today is Dr. Mo, a mental health practitioner and active counselor, whose work focuses on trauma-informed care and a person-centered approach. She provides mental health care for conflict-affected civilians in Myanmar. Dr. Mo, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your work as a mental health practitioner and counselor? When did you begin?
Since 2024, like in the middle of my study for mental health in Chiang Mai University. About the mental health practitioner, I started with some population affected by the conflict, especially the persons with disabilities, because at that time I got some connection that some people are needing the mental health need for their challenges migrated into Chiang Mai. So I started with these people, the persons with disabilities. Of course, they are as competent as well. After I nearly graduated, I moved to Minnesota and joined some humanitarian organization.
Usually, what kind of people come to you for help?
The people mostly are the displaced people, Burmese displaced people. They flee from oppression from the Burma, and then they settle here and they face a lot of challenges like day to day, and then the trauma attack from the Burma side, and then the family struggle. They are living situation like they don't know where to live, where to get their regular foods for their healthcare, stuff like that. So they need a lot of care, and then they face the mental health challenges. So I am mostly with these people, the displaced Burmese people from the border, and Chiang Mai as well.
You recently completed your master's degree at Chiang Mai University, focusing on trauma.
Yeah.
How does it shape your perspective and work?
I focus on trauma, especially. Actually, I try to focus on Burmese crowd, based in Chiang Mai and based in the whole Thailand. My thesis focus on the trauma and the resilience, and then their meditation work, like, because I want to know that meditation, how far we can practice for the grounding, to grounding practice for our day-to-day life. So it was focused on the meditation and then trauma, resilience, and the mental health conditions, two mental health conditions, which is very common in our population as well, the PTSD and the depression. So it helped me a lot of background knowledge from the literature and the perspective that I'm working with the people. Very familiar with the trauma history.
From your experience, what are the biggest mental health challenges people in Myanmar are facing?
They face a lot of challenges, like depression, for example, and then anxiety, like people getting anxious all the time. They have to worry day and night, like every day, and they are, finding the job opportunity and building their own life, settling here, and immigration stuff, etc. So depression, anxiety, basically they normally facing as the mental health challenges, and PTSD as well, like post-traumatic stress disorder, very common recently, because people face a lot of trauma from Myanmar side.
Can you tell us more about the PTSD?
It is the disorder, like all mental health condition, that people facing aftermath of the trauma history. Like we face a lot of traumatic events from the conflict. So they got the trauma, such kind of big events. And these kind of things let people face such kind of symptoms such as insomnia, like you cannot sleep, you are facing trap in the memory, which is very traumatized, like you face in the armed struggle or when your village is burned down. So you live with this memory. You cannot step out of this memory. So you're very afraid of like startle, like hypervigilant, like you always be ready to run away from something. Like for instance, when you heard the sound like bomb or something, even you are in this country which is stable and no conflict, but you still feel the memory. So yeah, people are always frightened, always alert, and always be ready to run away, and they cannot sleep. So these are the symptoms with the PTSD. And these symptoms make you nervous all the time, that you cannot function well for the day-to-day life. Like you cannot go to work, you cannot meet the people, and you cannot talk in stable way, so you cannot continue your professional way because you are already frightened and anxious all the time. But for the practitioner like me, we don't diagnose the people like you have depression, you have anxiety, you have PTSD like that. But we learn what are the symptoms, the people that we meeting with, and then we try to pass away. Okay, you need such kind of further care, like you need to go to hospital to relieve from this kind of symptoms so that you can go into the normal life and continue with the, their life.
In many Myanmar communities, mental health is still misunderstood.
Yeah.
What are the most common misconceptions you hear when people first come to you for help?
Yeah, there is the misunderstanding. And it's like something taboo or stigma for the people having the mental health symptoms or condition. So it's like we normally don't talk about, or we normally stigmatize these people different group, like normal groups, and these are the different group. But after the country situation changed, like especially after 21, or back before the coup, which is COVID time, we face a lot of mental health challenges. So we cannot avoid from this, depression or isolation or, grief. So at that time, the people of Myanmar or at the global level, people noticed that we need to focus on mental well-being. But still, Burmese people have the stigma. Like when I pass away, the people like, you need to go see a doctor, which is more professional than me. They will give you medication for the condition you are facing with. Like you cannot sleep, right? So you need to take some medicine that make you relax your mind and body. But they might think like, why you refer me to psychiatrists? You think I'm something mentally ill, or so there's still misunderstanding between us. Our mind and body is not stable already. So we will face this kind of symptom. Not only you, me as well. Like everybody, this is very true. This is very natural to face with this kind of symptom. But the people need to understand and, at the natural way. And then so like for the physical health, we need to take medicine. Okay, for the mental well-being, we also need to take some form of medication as well to relax your mind and body, etc.
Many civilians have experienced the conflict, displacement, loss, and uncertainty. How does this affect mental health?
This is the big problem that we are facing right now. Like we have, we cannot even say post-traumatic phase or phase. We are in the traumatic phase. Like we facing the armed struggle, the bombing, burning down, and torture. So what will be the conditions they face. Yeah, many symptoms like anxiety, like they cannot sleep, they overthink about how will I survive tomorrow. Stuff from this, like the PTSD symptoms, like you trap in your traumatic memory, it is resurface again and again. Whenever you encounter the situation like a large big sound, or people, even the people shout, the people beside you shout for no reason, they already startle and start to run away like this. So yeah, PTSD symptoms, anxiety, depression, and some form of personality symptoms, like your personality totally changed after facing this kind of trauma.
You focus on trauma-informed care. Can you explain what that means in simple terms?
Trauma-informed care is like we don't know that some people, like psychological trauma is different from physical trauma. So we don't know people when a person has a trauma or not. We cannot see like physical trauma, you can see bleeding or shutting down, like you collapse out of the pain, and you will show some kind of pain. But for the psychological trauma, people do not show. We cannot see like a person has the trauma. So we have to assume like people can have trauma. The very principle is like you don't judge the people according to their behavior. People with the trauma can be startled, can be hypervigilant, and can be alert all the time, and then worry, and they will show this kind of symptom as behavior. Or if you are having the depressive phase, you won't see any people, you won't talk any people. This will be like different from the other day. So at that time, you don't think, or you don't know what's happening with this person, and then you will say like, okay, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing like this? So that's kind of stuff make the situation worse. So the trauma-informed care means you need to care your behavior, your words, your behavior, and your communication style with the people, because you don't know they are with the trauma or not in your everyday life.
What should the aid workers or teachers or journalists remember when speaking with someone who has experienced trauma?
Aid workers and the first line responder, they are very important. And so lately we try to give a lot of trainings about PFA, which is the very important mental health care that everybody can give to everybody who need it. So PFA is like psychological first aid. So they need to approach such kind of persons or the people in a gentle and in a compassionate way. Like the first priority is we need to make this kind of person to be to get the feeling that they are safe right now. And you need to give the warm care, like you need to be warm and be supportive. Like you don't talk many words. You don't ask like, what happened? What you're feeling with this situation? And then, very detailed words that you don't need to talk. That this make the situations worse. So these are the fundamental stuff. Like you need this person to be safe, and then calm and feeling emotionally safe, and then to be stable, like to be calm, which is okay, I'm here with you. What maybe you need to drink water, or maybe you need to something very basic thing. So you need to show your supportive presence, like not very technical, but you have to show the present, which is the supportive way. So these are the important thing, like for the first aid responder and the worker who working with the condition like this.
And your recent work also includes psychoeducation for adolescents and youths. Are young people suffering more than adults?
We can say yes, Because young people, people face the trauma in every life transition, like from the starting from the infant time up to the old age. Like they will face a lot of life transition and they will face life events. But for the adolescent and young people, their transition is like more intersectional. Like they would try to be independent, but at the same time they are to be dependent with the family and schools and the community. And they also want to explore their identity as well. So there are many things happening in their adolescent, mind and body. So it is very vulnerable to the traumatic events as well. Okay, at that time, what's happening in our country is like they targeting to the young people, like for the battleground, for the porter, and like force into the military force, being forced to enter into the military. So they are facing the life challenges like this, like for their even survival. So they have to struggle for our adolescent and young people.
How can parents, teachers, or community leaders support these young people without stigma?
There needs to be a structured environment which is in supportive way, based on the compassion and understanding and empathy. Like at least people should think, okay, at our adolescent time, we also behave like this. Like we also find the love, kindness, and the from everywhere, like from family, from the teachers, from the community they around with. So it is the same. Like they will behave like this. So we need to share the feelings like this, and then we need to support the environment like this, understanding and empathy.
For families and communities, what are some common signs of trauma they should be noticing in their loved ones?
The very first stage, the people who struggling inside, they normally, some people they express their feelings. They express in many ways, like talking to people, talking to friends or family or someone they close with. But some people, they don't show their feelings at all. They don't express anything at all. So it is very hard to notice, but you can aware some changes like day to day. Like this person normally behave like, for example, like personal hygiene. Like he didn't come out from his room, from her room, and don't meet any people, don't talk with anybody. She just staying shut down. Then you will notice, like you can say like the PFA principle, like you approach him gently, and then learn what's happening with this person.
For someone who is feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or emotionally exhausted, what are some simple first steps they can take?
It's like, for example, like burnout. Like we face the chronic stress for over a long time, like years. Then we cannot take this anymore. Then we have the feelings like, I want to step out of this wall. I want to drop everything and just walk away. So this kind of feelings we have, we normally face in everybody, like everybody in such dark times. People can face that kind of dark times and dark moments anytime. So at that time we have to notice ourselves, like, okay, this is not normal situation. And then next step is to maybe refer for the psychiatric care, for the medication, or the other specific treatments like meditation or grounding or, body movement or art to express everything inside out. Like you express your art, you express your paintings. These are the, realistic and practical ways to make people to call herself or himself in and then move on with the, intense feelings.
What message would you like to give to Myanmar people who may need help but are too afraid to ask?
We have many suicide helpline and, mental health, from like telehelp. We have a lot of channels to reach out, but people normally don't, people hesitate to directly reach out these services. So we need to make more psychoeducation and more, awareness raising. Like, okay, you are not alone. At least you are not alone. Everybody, your feelings are true. You're facing such kind of large offense, so you can feel this way. You can feel walk away. Like you can feel like to walk away and drop everything. This is very true. You don't need to be afraid. You don't need to be, shy to talk about this to anybody you reach out, like your friend or even the stranger, or the last person, like the very close person right now to talk about, to open about, and then you can do that. So at least we need to promote this kind of things to talk about, to talk something out, like to and that way we can save people's life.
What kind of mental health support system do you hope to see in Myanmar in the future?
This is the very the structure level question. Like we have nothing in regarding with the mental health. We have nothing, so we have to do from zero to everything. It is a long way to be established, but we can do it. We can do it behind our existing networks, which is very strong already in many ways. Like we have society, we have community, and we have local level networking. This is very simple step that we can start with. Like we talk each other in the humanitarian setting or NGO setting or the formal setting. We can talk about the mental health stuff. For the policy level move, we have to change a lot, like how people think, how the leadership level think about the mental health thing. Like the mental health matters like everywhere, so we need to accept that, and then we need to talk honestly about that, and then people need to support the mental health system, the one so-called mental health system. Like maybe we need to build the budget, and then every policy level move. So at this level, we need to work a lot. We need to promote a lot. We need to talk a lot. We need to give awareness about mental health, like so that everybody understand the same level and participate in the movement.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.